Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got for you a brand new kit from ModelOnes. I want to thank ModelOnes so much for sending this to me. I had a lot of fun with it, and you're going to see it a lot more in the future, I'm sure. Of course, all the products I use today will be linked in my description box below. So, in this kit, it comes with a little light that I have already opened and used because I just had to because it's so mini and cute and I love it. And you get a file, a buffer, your base and your top coat, and then 6 gel polishes, which I will show you all of the color swatches in a moment. Then you get a cuticle oil, a primer, which this is an acid-free primer. It's one of their brand new products, so I was really excited that this was in this kit. Then you get some magic blooming liquids. You get the clear, the orange, and the red. I've used these in a nail set previously, so I will have that linked in the iCards if you want to take a look at it. You get a small tube of white polygel and some dual forms, some gel cleansing wipes, some little circle charms, which I will be using in my set today, a little cuticle nipper, and a cuticle pusher. Then you get a brush that you can use for the polygel or whatever you like, and some gorgeous iridescent glitters. If you guys would please remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell, I would really appreciate it. I do some giveaways from time to time, but moreover, I think I've got some pretty great content, and I hope you guys think so as well. And if you do think so, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and of course, make sure you give the video a thumbs up as well, and I would really appreciate it. So all the products I'm using today are from this kit. So I'm starting with this nude gel polish. The thing about this polish, so this nude in particular, it wants to be floated on. It does not want to be polished on. So, or it kind of actually wants to be pillowed more, I guess is the term. So you can see here this first layer is kind of streaky and very thin. Definitely not full coverage, but I cured it anyways, and I stopped fiddling with it, and I'm moving on to the next part that I want to do. So for this finger and my pinky, I'm going to do a kind of extended nail bed with a pointed nail bed. So I'm using this polish to create that. I wish I would have used another product for this because it was kind of pain in the ass, okay? It was. This polish was not particularly easy to use for this specific technique, but I really loved the color and I wanted to use it for this so much, so I did. And they still look pretty. Oh, also, this is my right hand, guys, so I am using my non-dominant hand to do this, so it's a little harder. This probably would have been easier if I was doing it on my left hand using my dominant hand, but you know, we gotta make those non-dominant hand work too so that we can get our skills better with that hand. And the right hand's gotta look pretty, okay? It just does. How can I very well walk around with a beautiful Christmas Santa hand and just like an old set on my other hand? So I had done a fill on these nails and then I was just doing the redesign. So the brush that came with the gel polish was not working to get this kind of extended nail bed look that I was going for, so I just grabbed one of my other brushes and grabbed kind of a thick amount on the tip of it, loaded it up nicely so that I could pillow it around. And you can see when I do use this pillowing technique where I'm just kind of pushing the gel and patting it and tapping it rather than brushing or polishing or smoothing, it's working a lot better. You guys, I did also want to thank you so much. I just hit 600 subscribers and I'm really, really excited about it. So thank you so much. My giveaway has been very successful thus far, and I'm just really happy with how it's all going, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I can't tell you enough how grateful I am for you. Just to have people watching my videos and care about what I'm doing, it means a lot to me. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I will give back to you guys as often as possible because I want to spread the love too. So for my other two nails, I'm just going to use this blue. It came with the set as well. And just polish them as normal. I will do 2 layers, though I only showed you 1. And the second layer was a very thin layer because this was pretty opaque on the first layer, but I just wanted to perfect it a bit, so I did go in with the second layer after this. I hope the lighting in this video is okay, guys. I'm going to be buying another ring light here this week, later on this week. So hopefully my videos going forward will be brighter, but I did change the positioning of my light in this one, so hopefully it's okay. I've had some comments about my lighting, and I had someone tell me, oh, you should try filming during the day. I was like, well, let me tell you, I film during the day. I have a lamp to my left, an overhead right above me, and I have a 8-inch ring light that I film with, so I don't know how much brighter I can make it. I think the issue, though, is that the ring light sits above the phone, so the phone creates a shadow. However, in this video, like I said, I just kind of changed the positioning of the ring light and kind of tilted it differently, so hopefully it's a little better. Okay, so back to what I'm doing. I'm just using some glue gel by She Modern, and I'm going to use that for this pigment, and I'm using this blue-brown pigment by MAC. This is a cosmetics brand. If you guys haven't heard of it, I'm sure most of the world has or is aware of who MAC is, but this is like an eyeshadow, and I've used it a few times and I love it. I'm obsessed with the shade, so I wanted it on my nails, so I put it on my nails. And here I just used it as you would with any other pigments. You just use an eyeshadow applicator and buff it in. And when I first buff it in, you can see it really well, the blue-brown shift, but after I top coat it, it doesn't look the same, so oh well, it still looks pretty in the end. And also, with that glue gel, I did kind of overlap the extended nail bed just a little bit so I could crispen that line up. And here I had just gotten a little messy with my pigment, so I'm just using some alcohol on a cleanup brush just to perfect that line a little bit more. And right now you can see kind of like an indent where I've overlapped the nail bed, how it's lifted higher than the rest of the nail, but once I top coat that, you can't see it at all. I will use the top coat to kind of level that out. So I added this glitter gel on top of the pigment, and I don't know what happened to the clip, and I am so sorry about that. But here you can see what it looked like afterwards. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so pretty. And like I said, you can't see the blue in it anymore, but it still is so pretty, especially with that glitter on top of it. I love how that nail looks. Okay, so now I'm just using some of this rhinestone gel. It's actually a builder gel technically. I got it on Born Pretty. If I can find it, I will link it below. If not, then I will link a comparable option. So I'm using that, and then I'm just top coating it before curing, and I'm just going to go in and apply some bling. I haven't had bling in a set in a while, and it has felt so unnatural and so wrong. So I'm really happy to have some bling on my right hand again, okay? So I'm just using some of these little gold rings, and then I'm going to apply some AB iridescent flat back gems in the centers and in between the rings. I tried applying a big one first. Well, I guess it's kind of a medium-sized one, but it was too big, so it didn't sit down far enough to where I needed it to. So I went in with a smaller size. And then I added the bigger ones in between the rings rather than in the centers of the rings. Then I just used my little tweezers to scoot those around where I wanted them to be. And then you give it a cure for 60 seconds and it's ready to go because it's a no wipe top coat from ModelOnes. So it's all ready once you cure it. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so moving on to the next nail, I'm just going to apply a little bit of that same rhinestone gel. I'm just dabbing it where I need it to be. And then I'll go in and apply that same top coat. And the reason that I apply the top coat now is because the gel holds it in place, and then the top coat makes it so that there is no sticky layer. Because if I didn't top coat it and cured it, then I would have to apply the top coat around the gems, and there would be a sticky layer on any of that gel that was not completely covered in top coat. So it is so much easier to cover it in top coat first. Yes, it does make the gems slide around a little bit more, but it's not impossible. So if you're having a hard time, then just don't put the top coat on. You'll see it on my thumb. I actually just use the gel without the top coat, and then I go back in and top coat it after. I don't think I showed the top coating process on my thumb, but it's basically the same. And when you do it that way, you just want to make sure you get a tiny brush and go around the edges of each little gem and everything. And that way you don't have any areas that are not coated properly. And on this nail, that bigger crystal that's sitting kind of back towards my cuticle, there was a lifted area. I mean, because the nail is curved and the gem is flat, so there is a lifted area. So you have to get some gel underneath that, so that way, otherwise it's gonna pull on every bit of thread in your clothing or every hair when you're touching your hair, and it's super annoying. So just make sure you coat all of those edges and any little openings with some. I use top coat in this case, but you could use the hard gel as well. Whatever you want to do. And then on my thumb, I'm just going to apply a similar pattern to the first finger that I did, but instead of putting it halfway down the nail, I'm doing it along the cuticle line. My cuticle kind of looks funny right now, and it's because of that pigment. I should have wiped it off before putting these on, but it didn't matter. They'll be cleaned up here in just a moment. Okay, and before I show you guys my finished look, I have one other item I wanted to show you. I got this for my husband, and I thought it could be useful for some of you guys too. I filmed a little video for my Amazon review, so I thought I'd stick it in and let you guys take a look at it. Of course, I'll have it linked down in the description box as well. Basically, it is a cooler backpack, and I thought it was so cool. I got it for my husband because he was taking his lunches to work in his backpack, and they were getting warm. So I bought him this, and as you can see, he's got two 24-ounce Monsters and his breakfast bowl in it, and it's plenty of room left. And then it's got like a little bottle opener on the back strap. I thought that was so cute, even though we don't drink. I mean, it could come in handy, right? And then I made him do a little modeling shot for me, even though he said, don't put my face in the video. I was like, okay, sir, you got it. But it's a good one, guys. So anyways, here's the finished shot, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Would you wear it? What do you think? Of course, if you have any questions, suggestions, or requests for different sets, let me know down below. I love to hear from you. make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye!